Chapter 9. India, Vegetation and Wildlife. Let's learn types of forests in India, importance of forests, conservation of forests, wildlife in India, conservation of wildlife. We see a variety of plants and animals around us. They comprise the flora and fauna of a place. Flora is the plant life that is present in a region or habitat at a particular time, and fauna is the animal life that is present in a region or habitat at a particular time. Flora and fauna are the most precious resources of a country. India has a rich flora and fauna. Natural vegetation is the plant cover found in the original form without human intervention. Due to the variety of climates, a wide range of natural vegetation grows in India. Types of natural vegetation vary according to climate, soil, and altitude. Today, this natural cover has been modified, replaced, and degraded by human interference. Info Hive. Approximately 24% of land area in India is covered with forests. Ideally, forest cover should be 33%. Reasons for this change are increasing demand for cultivated land, urbanization, overgrazing in pastures, development of industries, and mining. Types of forest. 1/5 of India is under forest cover. It has a wide range of natural vegetation. They are broadly classified as tropical evergreen rainforest, tropical deciduous forest, desert vegetation, mangrove forest, mountain vegetation. Tropical evergreen rainforests. These forests grow in areas where the average annual rainfall is more than 200 cm. They are mainly found on the slopes of the Western Ghats and the northeastern regions of Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Assam, Nagaland, West Bengal, Tripura, and the Andaman groups of islands. The trees in these forests never shed their leaves all at a time. This is the reason why they are called evergreen forests. The trees in these belts have dense growth. Important varieties of trees are shisham, chaplas, rosewood, mahogany, bamboos, gurjan, and sandalwood. Tropical deciduous or monsoon forests. These forests are also called monsoon forests. They are found in areas where the rainfall is between 100 cm and 200 cm. These forests grow on the lower slopes of the Himalayas, Assam, West Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. The trees of these forests shed their leaves during the dry season. The main trees of these forests are teak, sal, sandalwood, deodar, blue gum, ebony, sesame, jackfruit, mahua, palash, arjun, kher, and bamboo. These forests are being cleared to provide land for cultivation. Desert vegetation. Desert vegetation is found in areas where rainfall is less than 50 cm. Most of Rajasthan and parts of Gujarat, Punjab, and Karnataka are covered with desert vegetation. Thorny bushes, acacia, babool, and sand-binding grasses are mainly found in this vegetation zone. The Indian wild date, known as khajur, is common in these deserts. These plants have extensive root system and thick fleshy leaves in which they store water to survive during the long drought. Tidal or mangrove forests. These forests grow along the coast and on the edges of the deltas, for example, the deltas of the Ganga, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri. They are called tidal forests because Their dense growth depends upon tidal water, which submerges the deltaic lands during high tides. They are also known as littoral forests. An example of the mangrove forests are the Sundarban located at the lower delta of Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers. The sundry is the most significant tree in these forests, hence the name Sundarban. These forests supply timber and firewood. Palm and coconut trees adorn the coastal strip. Brain tickler. How is the cactus plant well adapted to the extremely arid climate of the desert? Mountain forests. Mountain forests vary considerably according to altitude with varying rainfall and temperature along the slopes of mountains. On the foothills of the Himalayas up to a height of 1500 meters, evergreen trees such as sal, teak, bamboo and cane grow abundantly. On higher slopes between 1500 meter to 3500 meter, temperate coniferous trees such as pine, fir, oak, maple, deodar, laurel, spruce and cedar grow. At the higher altitudes of the Himalayas, shrubs and alpine variety of grass grow. Beyond these, vegetation belts are snowfields where barely any plants grow. Info hive. Pine trees have needle-shaped leaves to reduce damage from the accumulation of snow. Importance of forests. The forests are very valuable to us. They serve as a home that is habitat to millions of animals. They provide us with oxygen, which is essential for our survival. Trees regulate the atmospheric temperature and help to stabilize the climate. The roots of the trees bind the soil, which prevents soil erosion. They provide products such as timber, lac, gums, fodder, and medicinal herbs. Latex, which is used in making rubber, and turpentine comes from forest trees. Groups of trees grown around the farmland serve as a windbreak, providing a buffer for wind-sensitive crops. Conservation of forests. The growth of industrialization and urbanization has put undue pressure on the forests. According to the National Forest Policy, the forest cover should be at least 33%, but the total area under the forest cover is just 24%, which is way below the expected value. The forests are being cleared on a massive scale to acquire land for commercial purposes. This has caused a lot of environmental problems, hence it is time to realize the consequences of deforestation and create awareness for the conservation of forests. Wildlife. India has a tropical climate which supports an unmatched variety of wildlife. It is well known for its endangered and rare wildlife all over the world. The Indian wildlife and vegetation is unique in its richness and diversity. With more than 8,000 species of animals and 1,250 species of birds, India boasts of one of the largest animal biodiversity in the world. Some of the animals found in India include the majestic Asiatic lion inhabits the grassland and plains. It is now found only in the Gir forests of India. The Indian elephant lives in a diverse range of forest habitats. It is found in Bannerghatta National Park in Karnataka, Kaziranga National Park in Assam, Periyar National Park in Kerala, and Rajaji National Park in Uttarakhand, to name a few. The Indian one-horned rhinoceros lives in the tall grasslands and forests in the foothill of the Himalayas. It is found in the Kaziranga National Park and Manas National Park in Assam. The leopard lives in all types of habitats from open country to thick forests. It is found in Ranthambore National Park and Saraska National Park in Rajasthan, among other places. Info hive. Jim Corbett National Park has the glory of being India's oldest and most prestigious national park. It also has the honor of being the place
where Project Tiger was first launched in 1973. The Royal Bengal tiger habitats include dense thickets, long grass or tamarisk shrubs along river banks. It is found in the Sundarbans in West Bengal, Kanha National Park, Bandhavgarh National Park in Madhya Pradesh, and so on. Conservation of wildlife. Poaching of animals for their skin and other parts has endangered many animal species. Many of these animals are already extinct and some other are on the verge of extinction or are critically endangered. The rich and fascinating variety of India's wildlife can be seen in 105 national parks, 18 biosphere reserves, 515 wildlife sanctuaries, and 48 tiger reserves established by the Government of India in an attempt to conserve this vital resource. Killing of animals and cutting down of trees have been banned in these parks and sanctuaries in order to provide secure habitat to wildlife. Brain tickler. What is the difference between a national park and a wildlife sanctuary? National parks are large reserved areas of public land set aside for preservation of native plants, vegetation, and wildlife. A wildlife sanctuary is a space that is set aside exclusively for the use of wild animals and is meant for the preservation of endangered species. The wildlife sanctuaries of India also include the bird sanctuaries like Keoladeo National Park of Bharatpur in Rajasthan. Info-Hive. Wildlife Conservation Week is celebrated every year in the first week of October to create public awareness about wildlife conservation. Recap. Flora and fauna are the most precious resources of a country. Natural vegetation is the plant cover found in the original form without human intervention. The natural vegetation of India is classified into tropical evergreen rainforest, tropical deciduous forest, desert vegetation, mangrove forest, and mountain vegetation. The Indian wildlife and vegetation is unique in its richness and diversity. 105 national parks, 515 wildlife sanctuaries, and 48 tiger reserves have been established by the Government of India in an attempt to conserve this vital resource. Life skills. Save trees, save earth. Why are these people cutting down trees? They need wood, which is a raw material for industries. But cutting down of trees will harm the environment. What can be done to conserve the forests? We can plant more saplings than the number of trees we are cutting down. They will grow into trees and make the place greener.